You always wonder what goes on inside a male's mind. So today, in dating school, we're going to teach you what's inside a male's mind. A male mind. Now, in today's modern society, where people tend to speak in text languages, the male mind can be spelled certain ways. Male mind, for the people who decided to sleep through school in text. Then there's the male mind, for the people who really don't know how to speak, okay, because it is a little mailing. Now, what is inside a man's mind? A man's mind is a square box, like Herman Munster. Remember Herman Munster? Get those little things at the end? That's a male's mind. What is in there? What is on their mind? Well, consistently that. Trying to find a place that they can put that into. That penetrating object, the one that you always get dry humped on dates, the one that you always have to literally push it away in the middle of the night. What is it about men and an erection at 2 o'clock in the morning? They giggle like a little boy. That's what a male mind is. All of a sudden they press it up the crack of your butt and go, I have a boner. Like you haven't seen boners before. Like you don't know that that's a boner. Usually when you're stabbed in your back in the middle of the night, you know it's a boner, but a man needs to tell that. That's a man's mind. What else is always on a man's mind? That's right, tits and ass. That's what is in a man's mind. Constantly. Thinking about where they can put the boner, thinking about what tits they can rub it against, and what ass they can tap. Other things that are in a man's mind? Brum, brum, brum. Remember that? They love cars and toys. Some of them like an Xbox. Okay? Other men like money. So they're constantly thinking about money. You notice nothing touches inside this brain. Because if money touches the penis, all hell will break loose. If money touches the car, then they wouldn't buy the car. If money touches the ass, then they know they're paying for a hooker. If money touches tits, they're also paying for a hooker. Nothing touches. So all this empty space, you see all this clear white space inside a man's mind, that's just dead air. So when you ask a man what he's thinking about, and he says nothing, he's in a dead air zone right now. It's like almost like a no-fly zone. There is absolutely nothing going on. You ask him 10 minutes later what's going on, he could still be in dead space. He can tell you nothing. Or 10 minutes later he can tell, oh, I'm just thinking about this business deal I got to do. See, he's in this quadrant right here. He's hanging out over there now. Then all of a sudden after talking money, and you allowing him to talk about dead air, he actually gets turned on. And then you ask him, what are you thinking about? That in somewhere in this vicinity. He wants to tap that ass, play with those tits, and have sex with you. And then, what does he want to do next? After sex, when you want to cuddle, you can look at him and say, what are you thinking about? Driving my car. Random thoughts, man. That's what men are. They speak in random thoughts. That is inside a male mind, and male mind, depending on where you come from. Your mind is entirely different. Your mind is absolutely fucking crazy. This is your mind. The female mind is always more expansive than the men's mind. You might think about sex. This is sex. So many different layers, it's like a fucking mountaintop, okay? Sometimes you gotta feel like a man's down here and they gotta fucking climb up the fucking mountain just to have sex because they don't understand that there's all these emotions going on or all these clouds going on and it's raining that day and then it's hailing and then it's snowing and the guy needs to be Jacques Cousteau mixed with the fucking guy who climbs Mount Everest just to go and have sex because you are full of turmoil all the time. What else is going on inside your mind? The discussion from work earlier. The woman that drove you nuts. Your friend who was chatting about her boyfriend and all that. And now you're processing the conversation. Here's the processing part. Everything is going crazy. But at the same time you're processing this, you're actually telling the guy you don't want to have sex at the same time because you're processing all that stuff. And he's climbed up on top of this mountain. He thinks he's going to get laid and have sex with you, but you're not done processing. And all you want him to do is to listen. Which he, of course, doesn't understand because while all this is going on, you're also thinking about your mom and your dad and your work and your kids and all this stuff because you're multitasking and every single wire of all different colors is literally touching each other. When all this time, all the man wants to do is take that, stick it somewhere there, talk about money, cars, and maybe some football and some sports teams in there thrown in. See, notice nothing is touching each other at all. Everything is all separate conversations. And that's why men and women are so different. So once you understand the male mind, and not just your own female mind. Doesn't that drive you nuts when people actually spell like that? Things are going to be a lot easier in all your relationships. Good luck. And if you really want to understand men even more, subscribe down below.